Somebody said all writing is autobiography. True or false?
True to a certain extent. I think you leave your imprint on every screenplay. I think I like to bring my take as a woman to all my female characters. That hopefully makes them a little more layered and complex. Certainly Hidden Figures. I interned at NASA for 5 years, and I grew up in Cape Canaveral, and my grandfather was an engineer on the Mercury capsule, and my grandmother was a software engineer, and so I literally grew up, playing on the Mercury capsule prototypes. So when this came along, I thought, yes, I know this world. I know this world well. I know the smell in the cafeteria of NASA.
What surprised you about NASA? What would surprise us that we
It's
might
old.
not expect?
You think NASA's going to be cutting edge, but they've got so many buildings that are just left over from the 60s. And then you'll walk from one of those buildings into, the module, and you're like, why jump time? So I think that's really interesting. And the other thing that I love about NASA is there's a sense of comradeship that I've never seen anywhere else, really, where you walk in and every single person feels like they're a part of that launch. I mean, every single person, the person that's just running the numbers from the beginning to building a circuit board to sewing the fabric of the heat shield, everybody is made to feel they're a part of the mission. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and we need more of it. And so we really tried to put that in the film.
Mr. Johnson, if I were you, I'd quit talking right now.
I mean no disrespect.
I will have you know, I was the first Negro female student at West Virginia University Graduate School. On any given day, I analyze the manometer levels for air displacement, friction, and velocity, and compute over 10,000 calculations by hand. So yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses.
I want to be a team with the director, and I think the hardest thing in the world is to take this baby you've worked on, for months or years, and to pass it off and entrust it to someone else to bring to life. And I've been getting luckier and luckier now to work with more and more amazing directors where I can kind of sit back and say, okay, I know they have this, I know they've got this. And that's just a big relief when you can trust in your director to execute it and have a better idea than you. I am always open to someone that has
What
yeah.
did he change most significantly in Hidden Figures? And he's credited as co-writer on this, so
Yes.
something must have changed.
Yes.
What?
Part of it was we just got to expand the scope when we joined Fox 2000. And so there's more of the astronauts and the space and the launches. And then Ted is actually a bigger romantic than I am.
Wow.
Yes. So he really went into their personal lives. And I mean, he just, that, proposal scene, I, had started it, and when I saw his, I was like, oh, Ted, that's just so moving. But that was his romanticism. So when I'm writing a script, I see it in my head literally playing out. And so when I show up and the camera is not where I thought it would be, or the color of the wall, it's little things like that that I think, no, I wanted that to be a light-hearted smile.
You need to direct it.
It's up next. I'm gonna give birth.
Yes.
And then I thought I'd go direct to film.
Well, Allison, you were in finance.
Yes.
Extraordinary to me that you gave up a good living to become a writer. Would you go back to that?
I don't think I would go back directly to what I was doing. I was doing consulting. I was actually at Arthur Andersen during Enron, so that was a fascinating,
Wow.
I'd been only working, I got out of college for 3 months when Enron happened, so that was a rude awakening to the business world. Yeah.
What were you doing?
I wasn't working on Enron. I was in the San Francisco office, but I was a financial consultant, so I did Excel modeling for litigation and royalty audits.
That sounds awesome. When you're doing this script. And how's the happy ending going to be? How are you going to do that happy ending?
Well, I just remember we were doing a trial and they needed visuals to explain a car accident and how it had happened, and I made a movie because that's what you do when you're bored at your job and I can't handle it. And my boss just stared at this movie of this car accident and how I felt, my person was not at fault. And he just turned to me and went, go to film school.
Wow.
You've saved enough money, just go to film school. Hi, I'm Allison Schroeder, the co-writer of Hidden Figures. Thanks for watching. And please make sure to subscribe for more videos from The Hollywood Reporter.